All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NIO, NEO Inc. And before we get started, I do want to state some things to all my investors and viewers and subscribers. To my investors and first-time viewers, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys find this video helpful and informative and worthwhile, and it means you well. And to all my subscribers, I want to say thank you for your support, recognition to my efforts, and how you guys engage in conversations with one another with honesty, integrity, and just giving out valid information. When somebody has a question, you guys go out of your way and share it. It means a lot to me to see that amongst each other, and it just tells me and it speaks in volumes of the community that we have. I really appreciate that. You don't know how much that means to me because I want us all to learn and grow together here, but as well as we learn and grow, we maximize profits and minimize losses as we learn to invest and go through this journey. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to do that. And I just wanted to tell you guys and show you guys appreciation for that. That means a lot. And I want to encourage you guys to continue to be that way. And I expect nothing less from us all, as well as I expect nothing less from myself to give you guys the valid and correct information you guys need to follow the cues for the next trading day. Another thing too that I'm seeing here in this chart, and I really want to point it out, and as I circle it, it just shows me and it just tells me how valid chart analysis are. I know everybody has their own opinions and they all want to think and say what they feel, and there's nothing wrong with that. Charts might work for some person, and news might work for another person, or your stock screener may work, or whatever works best for each investor. But one thing I can tell you is that the charts have the information. If you go all the way back, and I apologize for sidetracking before we jump into this chart, but I really want to share this. If we go back, before we got all this awesome technology, I believe charts have always existed, not to this, capabilities that we have here, but they've always existed. But before media really became something that's at your fingertips or on a screen in front of you, because I know that a lot of people want to say news and the excitement of investors attracts more investors and creates, these momentums, and I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. There is no incorrect information there when somebody states that. But back in the day, before news was at your fingertips, you had to go get a newspaper, the daily one, to figure out what's going on. And even if they shared information about these ticker symbols, or you had to go to a specific book that had all the ticker symbols and all the information that's going on, or you also had to go ahead and wait until on TV it was aired at a specific time, at a specific moment in the day for you to get that feeling at 6 p.m. or 11 p.m. at night news, right? And go ahead and make a decision from there the next morning on what stock you wanted to invest in or what was going on. But one thing I do know that has never failed, and this is back to the simplicity of the old times, is charts. And here we are seeing the resistance level and support levels from the previous video. This has not been moved. This is exactly where it was. And it's incredible to go ahead and see how the resistance is clearly here being shown and turned into a support, because that's what happens when a bullish run may happen, or when the bulls are going to go ahead and use the resistance in a way where they can continue their run, even if it's not this significant, just stay above it. And there it is. That is some awesome stuff. I really like to see that stuff when I see it in the charts, because not due to the fact that the analysts of the charts are being done, but it just shows me that this method is always going to continue to work, and it's just going back to the beginning of times when stocks were being traded. It's way before. It's like going back to simple math, you know, doing long multiplication instead of going directly to the calculator. You do it step by step. That's what these chart analysis do, and they really help, and they tend to show you the possibilities of the upcoming days and also upcoming hours and the upcoming day on what to go ahead and expect the next day. So I find that awesome. So resistance level was turned into a support, and this run just had a catalyst. It sparked, and here we are. So let's look at the new resistance levels and support. The 50-day moving average is 1567. I want you guys to write that down because this stock just had a very bullish run, and 1567 is above where this was before the run, before it broke through resistance and had a run. So keep that in mind. 1567, as long as it stays above it, the bulls are in full health. Now, the support level, if this was to go in the other direction and start to work its way down, it's still in bullish territory, but 1672, I'd keep a very close eye on this stock, how it reacts. Does it break through it fairly quickly? Because there is a window between the 50-day moving average and the support. So if it's breaking through it fairly quickly, you guys will be able to make your own rational decisions right there. But if it fairly moves slowly, right? If it doesn't do it as fairly quickly as anticipated and it actually does it fairly slow, then you could pay close attention to how it hangs out over here, and are the bulls going to be able to recover from that point and bring this one back up? That's something to keep in mind and be mindful of and pay very close attention to. Here we are with NEO at 1845, yeah, 1845 closing price, and the resistance level is fairly close. It's 1851, and that resistance level is significant. Why? Because this stock, the previous high was 16 and some change, and it needed to break through that to have a run, 1646. And if we go back, right, to these points here, if you come back here, it was at the $15 mark, and the 1646 mark is fairly close to the support. It's not that far from it. It needed a break through that point for this run to continue, and from that point on, it just continued. It created a level off where the bears try to reappear, and it just took off from there. And this is actually hitting new highs. So 1851 is very important for the bulls if they want to continue this run and continue to have momentum. So they're going to have to break through it, turn it into a support, and they can work their way up to newer highs and break through new resistance levels. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. As always, share this with your friends and community. If you feel inclined and encouraged and you're a first-time viewer to hit the subscribe button, don't just hit the subscribe button, but click on the bell so you don't miss a single video. And hit the like button for me to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's make some money.